You might know that the Hebrew word AVODAH means work. And since we started AVODAH 11 years ago, we've become parts of the community, not only in New York City, but also in Chicago and in Washington, D.C. And it is especially meaningful to us to mark the beginning of our second decade as an organization by coming here to be a part of the life of this remarkable city.
You know, I jumped at the opportunity to take this position with AVODAH. I wouldn't necessarily say that I didn't blink.
Originally, I applied to AVODAH because I knew that I wanted to be a part of a community that valued social justice.
This house is where the 9 AVODAH core members come after a hard day's work, and they find conversation, and they find consolation, and they find dinner.
In the house are AVODAH communities, an intersection of people on their different Jewish journeys. We come from around the country.
We have some from the East Coast, we have 2 from the West Coast. In the Midwest, we have somebody from Missouri and even from Canada.
It's an intersection of people working in housing and healthcare, education, environmental justice.
But what I didn't expect really was how much joy I get out of working with the organizations that we have folks placed at.
The Orleans Public Defender's Office, the New Orleans Women's Shelter, Rebuilding Together of New Orleans, the New Orleans Outreach, Acorn, Resurrection After Exoneration, the Tulane Community Health Center, Greater New Orleans Fair Housing Action Center, and the Lower Ninth Ward Center for Sustainable Engagement and Development.
They're all phenomenal organizations doing incredibly important work in the community.
And the way that these issues intersect in our house is the same way that they intersect across New Orleans.
And so we build the sukkah to remind ourselves that while the physical structures that we live in and depend on might be fragile, the families and the communities that build and live in these places are strong and resilient.
New Orleans is also the kind of place where communities intersect, so that I'll see our landlord at a second line, I will see a volunteer from the clinic at a soup cook dinner, and I'll see Josh everywhere.
It was less than a year ago when I came, knowing very few people and quite overwhelmed by what was ahead of me, and it's really because of so many people here today that we got to this point.
And while nobody doubts the importance of having an actual roof over your head, if that roof should collapse or blow away, the most important thing is that you know that you're not going to be on your own when it comes time to put it back. They can put a roof on in a couple of days, but the rest of those things actually take time, and they take people willing to invest in each other's lives. And time and a willingness to invest in the lives of our fellow human beings, those are the things that AVODAH has to offer.
We know that you have our back and that you're there for us, and we are all in this together.
I came here to be part of an intentional community, and I thought that it might just be in the house, but what I've realized is that all of New Orleans right now is an intentional community. Everyone who came back after the storm, everyone who came here for the first time, everyone's here for a reason, and we are all in this together, and so it's just an honor to be a part of building this, and thank you to everyone.